All right, everybody, let's go ahead and begin today's routine. We're going to start in a dragon position on our right side. Right foot steps forward from your hands and your knees, and your left leg will be long behind you. I want you to climb your hands up your right leg so that your spine is tall. Block or kettlebell or medicine ball in your left hand or anything for support is fine and recommended. 2 minutes starting now. Now, while you're in the dragon position, I want to refine your breathing. So everybody, at first, I just want you to take a giant inhale and try to fill your lungs up to full capacity while you only breathe in and out of your nose. Now go and exhale all the air out of your body. Try to stay in that passive state as we now try to inhale together for the count of 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhaling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Exhale 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll add retention. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hold your breath for 10. Hold your breath for 5. Now with a controlled exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now just take a large inhale on your own. Deep breath from the lower belly. And then exhale everything out. And then let's change dragon position on the left side now. Breathing on your own, transitioning. So now set yourself up with your spine tall, left leg forward, right leg back. The target areas for this position is mainly your back, right quadricep, and hip flexors. So we have the dragon position on our left side. For the first 30 seconds, you're breathing on your own. And then we're going to refine that breath pattern just like we did on the right side. So while you're in the position, now take a large inhale and exaggerate the breath bottom belly. And then take a long exhale as we prepare ourselves for the counter breathing technique. Remember, you do not have to do this technique if you don't wish to. Here we go. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we'll add retention. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold your breath for 10. Hold your breath for 5. Exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take a large inhale on your own. Exaggerate the breath to the bottom belly. And then go ahead and exhale everything out and feel that softness and that surrender. And now we're going to come out of this position all together. Go to hands and knees. Our next pose is a half front split on the right side. Step your right foot forward and shift your butt back for our half split right side. Let your body lean in towards your right leg. There's no restrictions in the feet. They just go where they want to go. Your leg does not have to go straight, and you do not have to go to your deepest depth to find an effective stretch. This is focusing on your hamstrings. We have 1 minute for this position. Breathe naturally on your own. So now let's go ahead and change to the half split on the other side. So your left leg is forward and your body is sinking in towards your left leg. So when you're doing this, like I mentioned, you don't have to have your left leg straight. When you keep your left leg a little soft, a lot of times it helps focus. The belly of the muscle will get the deeper stretch versus the peripheral of the muscle. Now it is true, we do like to stretch gently, or I should say stress gently, the ligaments and the tendons and the fascia of your body. But for this pose, we're trying to actually get this one to be more of a muscular stretch. So we want the belly of the hamstrings to find the stretch for this position. And the time is up for this one. So now the next pose will be the dragon position on the right side. So step your right foot in between, bending the knee, letting the spine be tall for this one. If you need any kind of support in your left hand, take your support in your left hand or pad up your back knee if you need padding. So we're only here for 1 minute starting now. The target focus for this position is in your back left quadriceps and your hip flexors. Within the target area of your quadriceps, you have 4 muscles, and within the target area of your hip flexors, you have 4 muscles. But collective muscles that we're stretching right now is 7. One of the muscles is counted in both of the target areas, your rectus femoris. So now from this dragon position, we're going to bring our hands to the floor and we're going to shift into another half split. So another repeat half split on the right side. So you should be familiar, so just fall into place and let's take 1 minute in this half split. So now from the half front split, let's go ahead and transition to the next pose, same side, fragment position on the right side. So get yourself situated into the fragment pose. And now we have fragment for 2 minutes on the right side. The fragment position targets your groin muscles. There are 5 muscles in your adductor group, and that's what we're focusing on right now. It's impossible to isolate just one specific muscle within the group, so that's why we always recommend from day to day, vary the angle on how you do the position slightly. We ultimately want to approach the entire target area throughout the weeks. You're now 1 minute in and you have 1 minute left. So now the fragment is done, so let's go ahead and come out of this fragment position, and we're going to take a left side dragon position now. So a slow transition. Left foot will step forward, climb the hands up. 1 minute dragon pose on the left side. We're targeting the back, right quadriceps and hip flexors at this point again. Now, of course, when we target those muscle groups, we're also targeting the fascia that is around those muscles. And there's a large amount of fascia around your quadriceps. It's called the fascia lata. It's literally like a bag that is encasing the quadriceps. You have 30 seconds left for this position. So let's go ahead and bring the hands to the ground, and we're going to go into our half split now. So again, just fall into position and no need to lock it out or to be active in it. 1 minute. And then from here, we're going to shift into our fragment position now. So fragment pose on the left side. And this will target our groin. We have 2 minutes in the fragment position. Remember that all Ramwat postures are targeting the muscles and or the joints. And every single posture you find yourself in should stress those target areas. So yes, some of it will be a muscular stretch. Some of it will be a fascial stretch, maybe ligament tendon stress, joint capsule stresses, and sometimes joint compressions. These are all the possibilities that you might find within the posture. Right now, this position is more of a muscular growing stretch. And you are now at your halfway point with it. All right, so from here, go ahead and come out of that fragment position. And we have one last position for today's routine. It's called sumo squat. This is our deep below parallel knee bend. So get yourself into a sumo squat. How wide you take your feet is completely up to you. But what we want you to try to achieve here is a passive squat. Let your body slightly round, as this is one of the best ways possible to decompress your lower back. So we're going to stay in this passive squat for 2 minutes. Your hands are really insignificant wherever you want them to be to give yourself the best possibility to stay passive. Remember, the squat needs to be passive so that we can work on the L5 of the spine and all the ligaments and fascia of the lower back. So from here, while you're squatting deep, just bring your hands on the floor behind you and just carefully go ahead and come to a seated position and actually ultimately lie down on the ground. So we are entering the rebound of this routine now. This can last for 2 minutes to 5 minutes, even longer if you have the time. We will leave it up to you how long you decide to be in this rebound for this routine.